It's okay that the Russians offered dirt on the Democratic candidate for president as part of what's described as the Russian government's effort to help the Trump campaign. You might think that's okay.
It's not okay.
My colleagues might think it's okay that when that was offered to the son of the president, who had a pivotal role in the campaign, that the president's son did not call the FBI. He did not adamantly refuse that foreign help. No, instead, that son said he would love the help of the Russians. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
You might think it was okay that he took that meeting. You might think it's okay that Paul Manafort, the campaign chair, someone with great experience running campaigns, also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that the president's son-in-law also took that meeting. You might think it's okay they concealed it from the public. You might think that it's okay their only disappointment after that meeting was that dirt they received on Hillary Clinton wasn't better. You might think that's okay.
It's not okay.
You might think it's okay that when it was discovered a year later they had lied about that meeting and said it was about adoptions. You might think it's okay that the president is reported to have helped dictate that lie. You might think that's okay.
It's not okay.
You might think it's okay that the campaign chairman of a presidential campaign would offer information about that campaign to a Russian oligarch in exchange for money or debt forgiveness. You might think that's okay. You might think it's okay that that campaign chairman offered polling data, campaign polling data, to someone linked to Russian intelligence. I don't think that's okay.
It's not okay.
You might think it's okay that the president himself called on Russia to hack his opponent's emails if they were listening. You might think it's okay that later that day the Russians in fact attempted to hack a server affiliated with that campaign. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
You might think that it's okay that the president's son-in-law sought to establish a secret back channel of communication with Russians through a Russian diplomatic facility. I don't think that's okay.
It's not okay.
You might think that it's okay that an associate of the president made direct contact with the GRU through Guccifer 2.0 and WikiLeaks that is considered a hostile intelligence agency. You might think it's okay that a senior campaign official was instructed to reach that associate and find out what that hostile intelligence agency had to say in terms of dirt on his opponent. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
You might think it's okay that the National Security Advisor designate secretly conferred with the Russian ambassador about undermining U.S. sanctions. And you might think it's okay he lied about that to the FBI. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
You might think that's all okay. You might say that's just what you need to do to win. But I don't think it's okay. I think it's immoral, it's unethical, I think it's unpatriotic, and yes, I think it's corrupt and evidence of collusion. Now, I've always said that whether this amounts to proof of conspiracy was another matter. Whether the special counsel could prove beyond a reasonable doubt the proof of that crime was up to the special counsel. And that I would accept his decision, and I do. He's a good and honorable man. But I do not think that conduct, criminal or not, is okay. And the day we do think that's okay is the day we will look back and say that is the day America lost its way. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
And I'll tell you one more thing that is apropos of the hearing today. I don't think it's okay that during a presidential campaign, Mr. Trump sought the Kremlin's help to consummate a real estate deal in Moscow that would make him a fortune. According to the special counsel, hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't think it's okay he concealed it from the public. I don't think it's okay he advocated a new and more favorable policy towards the Russians, even as he was seeking the Russians' help, the Kremlin's help, to make money. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
I don't think it's okay that his attorney lied to our committee. There's a different word for that than collusion, and it's called compromise. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Is that okay?
It's not okay.
Is that okay?
It's not okay.
Release the report!
Release the report.
Thank you.